revolutionary humanism, whose most famous representative were Nazis, degenerate kind of Homo sapiens, like Jews, Roma, homosexuals and mentally ill had to be quarantined and even exterminated. Welcome back. Today's topic is an interesting one. The video talks about the racial Nazi ideology of humankind, but in core it is about the unique perspective of humans about this world and the image of humans in the ground of thinking. The video is particularly about humanism and the ideologies of liberalism and socialism of our society. So come up with me. Let's dive into this pool of ideologies which are shaping our world. The concept of humanism is not a new thing for humans, but has far older journey. Humanism is a product of Renaissance and Reformation in Europe and found its fullest expression in American and French Revolution. So what actually is humanism? What is this concept? Humanism is a philosophy or a way of thinking about this world. It is a set of ethics or ideas about how people should live and act. People who hold this set of ethics are called homotheists. It should be understood that the theists sanctify the gods, while humanists sanctify the humanity, or more correctly I should say, Homo sapiens. In 21st century, the concept of humanism is within every Homo sapiens. The concept of humanism refers primarily to a system of thought which focuses on the autonomy of individual. The most important and interesting thing about humanism is that it is not limited to any specific culture, religion or any background. It has the quality to transcend the boundaries and unites people from all walks of life, embracing diversity and celebrating our shared humanity. The believers of humanism emphasize the importance of education, knowledge and the development of human capabilities. As I said earlier, the concept of humanism is not new. We can find humanist ideas over 2000 years ago in ancient India, China and Greece. But in modern times, humanism is close to secularism. It refers to non-theistic approach to life. There are many different ideologies around humanism which coexist in national and international level. So if we consider their coexistence, humanism can be split into three different sects: the liberalism, the socialism and the evolutionary humanism. Let's first discuss liberalism, as it is the most popular humanism idea. Today the most important humanist sect is liberalism, which believes that the humanity is a quality of individual humans and the liberty of individuals is therefore sacrosanct. The concept of liberalism says that if we encounter any ethical or political dilemma in our life, we should look inside and listen to our inner voice, the voice of humanity. The chief commandments of liberal humanism are meant to protect the liberty of this inner voice against any intrusion or harm. In today's world, these commandments is popularly known as human rights. Another important sect of humanism is socialist humanism. Socialists believe that the humanity is collective rather than individualistic. They hold as sacred not the inner voice of each individual but the species Homo sapiens as a whole. The concepts of liberalism and socialism are little different. Liberalism seeks freedom as much as possible, while the socialism seeks equality between all humans. Both liberalism and socialism is based on monotheism or monotheist foundation. But what is monotheism? Monotheism is the belief that there is only one deity and all supreme being in the universe, while polytheism believes in more than one deity. The only humanism sect that doesn't emerge from this monotheism foundation is evolutionary humanism, whose most famous representative were Nazis. What distinguishes Nazis from other humanist sects was their different definition of humanity. The main ambition of Nazis was to protect humankind. Nazis believed that the humankind is not something universal or eternal, but rather a mutable species that can evolve or degenerate. That is why Nazis said that the Aryan race, the most advanced form of humanity, had to be protected and fostered, while degenerate kind of Homo sapiens, like Jews, Roma, homosexuals and mentally ill, had to be quarantined and even exterminated. These were the ideas of Nazis. It's important to note that biologists have thoroughly debunked this Nazi racial theory. The genetic research conducted since 1945 has revealed that the differences between human lineage or different Homo sapiens as postulated by Nazis are far less significant than they claimed. It must be understood from our discussion that a person is not always necessarily to be a complete liberalist or socialist, But if we dive into our existence and the behavior of our society, we will find that the combination of all these concepts work together and shape and define the functions of our society. So it's very well justified that the various concepts of humanism throughout our history has affected the world we live today in both good and not very good ways. So again, thank you to be here, and please write what you think about this video, and as always, be ready for the next one.
But there's something